Hello students, welcome to this online class. Today we are going to see the subject English of Standard 4th, Unit 1, Lesson number 2. Do you like to listen to the stories? Yes, we love to listen the stories. And who tells us the stories? Our grandparents, mother and the old people. They tell us the stories. Why do you like to listen the stories? Yes, they are very interesting, they are funny, they are enjoyable, and they also teach us the good things, or they also give us the message to the stories how we should live our life. So today's our lesson number 2 also is based on some of the stories. So let us go through this lesson. Today's our lesson is lesson number 2 and the name of the lesson is Aesop's Fables. Let us have the explanation of this lesson. Fables are short stories that have a moral or message for us. Fables are short stories and they give us the moral or the message for us. Something to learn and keep in mind as we grow. So what is the moral or message means? That means we learn something and that we keep in our mind and we follow that as we grow. Most of the fables have animal characters who think and act just like a human beings. So most of the fables or the short stories are with the animal characters. For example, the lion and the mouse, the rabbit and the tortoise. So most of the stories are based on the animal characters, and those animal characters just act like a human beings. Now it is believed that many of the fables were first told by a wise man. So in the beginning it is believed that the most of the short stories were told by a wise person called Aesop. So in olden days the wise person, he was telling the stories. So what was his name? Aesop. Aesop lived hundreds of years ago in country called Greece. So where did he live? He lived in a country called Greece. His stories became so popular that people passed them from generation to generation. So his stories became very famous and they passed his stories from generation to generation. Generation to the generation means your grandmother is there. So who told your grandmother the stories? Her grandmother might have told or her mother might have told. So from her grandmother it came to your grandmother. Your grandmother told the stories to your mother or your father, and your father or mother is telling those stories to you, and as you grow you will tell those stories to your small children. Okay, so the stories are passed from generation to the generation. Many proverbs and sayings that we use today are based on the fables. So most of the proverbs and the sayings are based on the today's fables. Here are two well-known fables. So here are some of the fables. So let us see. First one, the stag at the pool. The stag at the pool. Okay. One day a beautiful stag came to a pool of clear water. So one day what happened? A beautiful stag was wandering into the forest, and it came near the pool of clear water. As he bent down to drink, he saw his own reflection in the water. As that stag bent down to drink the water in the pool, he saw his own reflection. He saw itself into the water. He was delighted with what he saw. So the stag was very happy to see what he saw in the water. Instead of drinking water, he kept looking at his own reflection. So stag stopped drinking the water and he started looking at his reflection. For example, if we see ourselves into the mirror, our face into the mirror, we forget everything and we just look at our face. So same way here, the stag also stopped drinking water and he started looking at his own reflection. How handsome I look, he said to himself. How beautiful are these curving antlers. How they add to my beauty. How graceful they look. So he started praising himself. How handsome I am looking. How beautiful my curving antlers are. These are the antlers. This black color. These are the antlers. Okay, so this is telling that they are very beautiful and they are adding beauty to my face. Okay, so how they add beauty, how graceful they look, they are looking very pretty. Then he moved nearer and saw his legs reflected in the pool. So what did he do? He moved a little closer to the pool and he saw his legs into the pool. He was quite disgusted. He was quite unhappy. Disgusted means unhappy. Look at my legs. Oh, they are so ugly. So he's telling that, see, look at my legs. They are so ugly. They are not so nice. All spindly with small feet. Okay, he's telling that they are very short and they are very small. How I wish that nature had given me legs worthy of my stately antlers. She's telling that I wish that nature would have given me at least the legs according to my grand antlers. Okay. As he was brooding in this way, the stag heard an arrow going swish across the pool. As the stag was saying this everything to himself, what did he hear? He heard an arrow going swish across the pool. So he heard the arrow, okay, passing towards him. At the same time, he picked up the scent of hunters, and at the same time, he picked up with his nose that the hunter is behind him. With a quick turn, he bounded away. So, as he sensed that the hunter is behind me, within no time, he picked up itself and started running. With a quick turn, he bounded away. His legs carried him swiftly into the forest. So, his legs carried him into the forest, fastly, swiftly into the forest. The hunters were hot on his trail, but they were no match for his speed. The hunters were hot on that means hunters also were with a very great speed, and but there was no match with the stag's speed. Soon the stag left the hunter far behind. Soon the stag came far before the hunter. He left the hunter behind. Safe and out of the hunter's reach, the stag slowed down. So as soon as the stag came to know, now I am safe. Now hunter is left behind. So what did he do? He slowed his speed. Suddenly, without realizing it, he walked into the thicket. Suddenly, he was little bit confused. Unknowingly, he went into the thicket. Thicket means where there are many plants, thick bushes are there, thick plants are there. He went over there. The stag went over there. There were trees with the strong branches growing close together. So, in that thicket, there were trees with the strong branches. The trees had the strong branches and they grew close together. And alas, the same antlers of which he was so proud got caught in the thick growth. And it was sad that the same antlers which he praised, which he said that they are very beautiful, they are very graceful, they are very grand. So, same antlers got caught into the thick plants. The stag tried to shake himself free. So, the stag tried to tried to free itself, but the more he struggled, the more entangled his antlers got into the branches. The more he struggled to take out his antlers from the branches, the more it got tied into the branches. Once again, the stag could hear the hunters. So once again, the stag could hear that hunter is coming closer to it and grew afraid. Now the stag was afraid. At last, with great difficulty, he managed to free his antlers and bounded away. So at last, finally, with the great difficulty, with a lot of struggle, the stag managed to free its antlers from the branch of the trees. Okay, and bounded away, and again it started running. Okay. I realize now that my ugly feet saved my life. Now the stag is telling that now I realize that my ugly feet, they have saved my life. I was so proud of these handsome antlers, but they would have been the cause of my death. He's telling that I was so proud about these antlers, about this my antlers, but because of these antlers, I would have been died today. Okay. We dislike the very things that we most useful to us. So what is our nature? We dislike the things which are very much useful for us. So very often what happens, what we do, most of the things are very useful for us, but we dislike them. Okay, for example, sometimes take the example of our own body. Sometimes we do not like our eyes, or sometimes we do not like our nose, or sometimes we do not like our teeth or hand or feet. One of the part of the body we do not like. But should we do like that? No, God has gifted us with a good body. So we must thank God and we must love each and every part of our body. We must not dislike anything because everything is useful for us. So we should not dislike anything. So this is our English lesson and the first story. Second part will be explained into the next period. Thank you for listening to me. Have a good day.